Good morning and welcome to today's morning report on Monday the 13th of April with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. The European session has started off on a little bit of back foot really, and that's come through on the back of Chinese data Chinese trade data that disappointed quite sharply to the downside. Markets had been expecting 10% improvement in the exports, but actually we found that China last month had a 15% decline in exports, and that's pretty much impacted sentiment. Certainly the metals, the commodity prices, and also the commodity currencies are under big pressure today. The Aussie dollar, the Loonie, and the Kiwi dollar as well, all under pressure today, under sharply lower. That sort of comes on the back also of just general air of dollar strength as well. And what we have got is the just get me the chart up. Is this dollar index continues to climb higher, pushing back towards those highs that it saw back in mid-March, around about 100.40. It's not too far off that 100 big figure as well once again, so it certainly looks as though this dollar index is regaining the upper hand once again to the upside. Interestingly, what we're seeing also today is that sorry, my charts are being a bit funny today. Is we're seeing the oil price starting to climb back higher again. It's sort of not too far off this this resistance once again. It started to reclaim the upside, so we'll keep an eye on that. That will generally be supportive of certainly markets such as the FTSE, which has a big oil aspect to it. So interesting that we're seeing that move today, but certainly at the moment we're seeing it just a general element of dollar strength, and that's helping to pull prices lower in terms of commodities. Certainly the metals prices are lower. Gold is back at $1,200 again. So interesting that that's falling away, but that's pretty much all we've got to look forward to today, and there's no real economic announcements other than this Chinese trade data that we got to work from. So it could well be that we're fairly well set in terms of sentiment for today. But my chart of the day is the euro sterling. And euro sterling is an interesting one actually, because the closer that we get to the UK general election, I think the more pressure that sterling might come under, and it'll be very interesting to watch this one, because we've got this trading band basically above 72 figure, but if you take it to the pip, it's 72 sort of 20, 72.18 area seems to be where the support's coming in the last few days, and you've got this, as I said, this sideways band. But look at these momentum indicators. MACD lines have crossed over and are starting to sort of begin to fall away. Stochastics are already in decline, and the RSI as well. So it's interesting that we're seeing this support just holding up today, but I think that could come under further downside pressure. This is the hourly chart. You can see that in more detail. You've got this this sort of sequence of lower highs and lower lows on the euro sterling chart. So basically you'd be looking out for the reaction high, which comes in around 72.80 as your first line of resistance really, but I think the pressure is going to still continue to build on this 72.18 mark. The momentum indicators are, broadly speaking, still a little bit negative. Certainly if this RSI doesn't start getting above 70 on the hourly, then you'd think that it has got more of a bearish bias to it. So yeah, I think the pressure is building on that 72.18 mark. Now, in terms of the last few days, we've seen a bit of a choppy move really. No significant direction, but certainly in the last hour or so, you've seen that euro weaken again against sterling, and that could be building for that test of the 72.20 support. So if you did lose that 72.20, let's just zoom out, see where we could go to. Well, arguably that does complete a double top pattern actually, doesn't it? And if I stick my crosshair on there across the top, so you could measure that to the downside. So it's 73.18 from 72.20, so that's 73.80 from 72.20, which 160 pips down from that is 70.40. So 70.60. So we could see further weakness in this. Certainly back towards these lows, perhaps even within this band. So it's very interesting that we could see that if that breaks down the 72 figure mark. In terms of the support to the downside, you'd certainly say that 71.50 area is your first real line of support. So I wish you good luck in your trading on euro sterling today. Certainly looks like it's a bit of a choppy day on this one, but as I said, pressure on that 72.20 looks to be coming. So I wish you good luck, and I'll speak to you later. Thank you.